I've been doing this, I mean, like, I'm 77 years old. The only thing I've never worked for anybody but my daddy. Never. I always been family. I I bucked him a lot of times. I got fired like 15, 20 times. I mean, the next day, well, that next hour, everything was over with after I got fired. No, I did. And actually, the room that we're in right now, this area, it was my house. My name is Charles Signa, and I'm one of the co-owners. We've been running the place since in the 70s, the late 70s. So we've been running the place for a long time. It's all family. So I'm the second generation of the restaurant. I'm the third generation of the building. My grandfather, my daddy's daddy, had a grocery store here back in the teens and then the 20s. And then Mom and Daddy turned the grocery store into a restaurant in 1941. Back then, in that particular year, my daddy was working as a civilian at the air base here, in the cafeteria there, as a civilian. And somebody gave him a tamale recipe. And Daddy brought the recipe home, and Mom and Dad kind of tweaked it. So they started making tamales. Well, Mama had a sister, and Daddy had a couple of sisters that wasn't doing anything, so they would help make tamales, but they would roll them in time they had to do everything by hand. So Daddy started selling tamales at the grocery store. And so 1941, my daddy had a real good friend that was a doctor. And he said, "Doe, why don't you sell a steak or something?" So we didn't have a commercial oven. It was just a residential type oven and stove and stuff. So Daddy went to the grocery store and bought a couple steaks, and he cooked them on the residential oven. And so that's how he got started. And then they, put fresh French fries with it, and that's how the restaurant got started. We didn't really advertise. Daddy, it was like word of mouth. I mean, and like I say, Mama died in 1955, so we've been in business 84 years, and Mama's been dead 60-something years of that. And if it wasn't for my daddy, he took care of us, and then my mama's sister and my daddy's 2 or 3 sisters that kind of took care of us. I mean, they did. So we were lucky. You're not gonna leave hungry. Unless you just don't order something but you're not gonna leave hungry. Everybody that comes here first, it's kind of an experience for them, They say, "Oh my gosh." People have said to me when I was working at night, it's been 30 years since I've been here. And so they ate that night and said, and it tastes the same way as it did 30 years ago. I want them to feel like you're coming to a home place, basically. Because they do. When they leave here, or when they're even here. But before they leave, they feel like they're in a family place. Daddy instilled hard work and being nice to people. I always been nice to people. Reservations for tonight, but 2 of the reservations that were big, they all come tomorrow night. We treat. I'm the kind that I want to talk to everybody. I'm not gonna ever retire unless I physically can't come in here, But like my wife says, that's all you think about is those, isn't it? Not being mean about it, but I do. I just think about, the welfare of this place and I'm always wanting to check stuff and make sure everything's okay, and that's just where I've been brought up. But this is a family restaurant. It's family owned. It's all been family. When 99 and 9/10% of the people that come in here, they leave knowing that it's a family restaurant. The way they're treated.